For the first time, we are hearing the hoax 911 calls that sparked fear and chaos in communities across Ohio. We thank you for joining us for NBC4 at 5. I'm Jared Smalley.
And I'm Sarah Johnson in for Jennifer Bullock. NBC4 Investigates has obtained 4 calls placed to different law enforcement agencies falsely claiming an active shooter had opened fire at a school. Jamie Ostroff joins us with the details of those calls.
Yeah, really eye-opening details at that. In fact, the calls you're about to hear are from Columbus, Licking County, Chillicothe, and Princeton Township over near Cincinnati. And they were all placed on Friday, September 23rd. They contain similar details that in some cases are identical. September 23rd was an emotional day in the Licking Valley community. And it all started with this false claim called into the Licking County Sheriff's Office.
Hello Valley High School, there's an active shooter. 10 students got injured.
Amid the very real fear among parents scrambling to reach their children, law enforcement soon learned the call was fake, as was this one in Chillicothe.
Chillicothe Police Department, Dispatcher Phillips, can I help you?
Hello, there is an active shooter at Chillicothe High School. Hello, 24 students got shot. Repeat, 24 students got shot at Chillicothe High School.
And this fake one in Columbus.
There is an active shooter. 24 students got injured. Hello, repeat, 24 students got injured.
To me, it sounded like the individual or individuals were operating off of a script of some kind.
I shared copies of those calls, plus a 4th from the Cincinnati area with retired FBI agent Harry Trombitis. What stood out to him were the similarities in all 4 calls. The caller rattles off specific information about the non-existent shooter and weapon.
Yes, white male armed with AR-15 rifle. Armed with AR-15 rifle came to one classroom and opened fire on the students. White male.
Sometimes tripping up.
AR-15 rifle.
And mispronouncing the names of schools.
Cristorey, Columbus High School.
Cristo Rey High School?
Yes, Cristo Rey High School, yes.
They would start off pretty much the same way, but each call taker, reacts differently and asks different questions, and so sometimes that threw the individual off his or her script.
But despite the striking similarities in these phone calls, Trombitis warns that we should not make assumptions about the person or people who placed them.
We're talking about his or her. I mean, it could be a voice anonymizer where you can mask your voice. Again, I could be completely wrong, but that was my initial reaction, was that somebody was trying to act this way.
Now, the same day those calls were placed, law enforcement agencies in the Dayton, Cleveland, and Youngstown areas also received reports of a school shooter that were false. Trombitis said even if law enforcement agencies are aware of a pattern of hoaxes, they should always respond as if it is the worst case scenario every single time.